So this is just a short video of how to use the Move tool. The Move tool is in the Sketch Tools, and we can see it in here, Move. It's also available on the Z and M key combination, so pressing Z then M. To use the tool, well, we need to select the geometry, and we'll find that last point that's always selected with this shape is this one here. So if I press Z then M, we get a line from that last point that's been selected. If I hold down Control, you can see that line is moving in stages of 5 degrees. And we can move this around the screen just by selecting the geometry, Z then M, and then moving it by that bottom point. If we want the top point selected, we got selected last, so highlight, select the top point, click it again, ZM, and it moves by that point. Now when you select geometry, if we select this way, everything within that bounding box is selected, as long as it's whole geometry. So for instance, if I just did this, the top 2 points and edge will be selected. The same if I did this, because those are the full geometry that's in the bounding box. All the rest, because it's half geometry, we can see I've sectioned the rectangle in half. We only get the full geometry that's been selected in there. If we do the reverse, anything that touches that bounding box will be selected. So we're selecting these 2 parts here. So for instance, if I go and select in reverse from right to left, anything in that bounding box will be selected. So these sides and these points. So you can see that depending on what way you select, creates a different selection. So we can combine these, so going from bottom right to top left, and then those 2, we can select those. This makes our movements quite fast around the screen. And remembering that we can select ZM to move like so. Now another thing to understand is how this acts with constraints. So I've got the auto constraints on, and I'm going to highlight everything and pick the top. So unselected and selected, Z then M, and if we move this, we can constrain it to the center with a coincident constraint. I can constrain it to this line, point on object constraint, and to this one, point on object constraint. So we can constrain it to those lines there. Let's just bring this back. And another thing to understand is about constraints and how this moves. If we've just selected, let's say, this line and this point, Z then M, and we can see that line goes to here, we can attach this point onto this line. Let's just go around about here and see what happens. Notice this shifts out. So from this point, it's actually added length in there. Let's try that again. Select the line, then select the point, last point, Z then M, and now I'm going to shift this point backwards, like so. That's shifted backwards. And if I put a point above that and do that again, so this line and this point, Z then M, and you can see the blue just above this point here. So as I'm moving out, you can see it's increasing. This is the millimeter length. So we're going to go, say, 30 millimeters this way. And this length between these 2, if I take a length across here, is 30 millimeters. So it's a 30.4, which I moved it this way, and this is round about right. So we can see we have control of how far we want to move that. If this line had a constraint, so let's place a constraint on there of 150, and now we use the same method. So line, point, Z then M to move, and I'm going to move it 56 this way. The whole lot will move because we constrained this down. You notice that when I did this line and this point, Z then M, and I moved up, it doesn't move up. We have to select this line and this point, so the vertical line. then Z, then M, and move up. And that will move that up. Because there's no constraint on there, it will just increase or decrease this line depending on which way we go. So it's a quick tutorial from the shout out on Twitter, and I hope that's answered the question. Thanks for now, and I hope to see you again. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to the site. I also have a Ko-Fi or a Ko-fi site that you can donate to if you so desire, and that's at ko-fi.com/MANG0. I also run a Patreon where you can subscribe and get extra content, and that's at www.patreon.com/MangoJellySolutions. Any money that's kindly donated will be used to expand the channel. Thanks a lot for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you again soon.